And welcome back to Shining Force. Last time, a lot of dramatic things happened. We finally defeated Kane, only to discover that he wasn't actually evil at all. He was just being mind-controlled by Dark Soul. And in the Japanese version only, he was our brother. Unfortunately, he died, protecting us from Dark Soul, and Dark Soul seized both the manual of the seal and the key, so he can now bring back Dark Dragon, which is bad news for the world. We're trying to go to Prompt, which was connected with the Ancients, to find some means to stop him, but unfortunately, there's an enormous patch of mountains in the way, which is going to suck. Oh wait, I need to make a copy of the file, one sec. I guess let's copy the copied file, so that it's like... Oh wait, that didn't really make sense, man, I'm... Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, I need to copy the original file, because that's where I saved the changes. Okay. God damn it. And I need to click the correct button. We're off to such a great start here, right? This gives me so much confidence for the battle ahead. Before we start with the battle, I am going to make an adjustment to my army to swap in Kokichi, because I really want to have every possible flying character. Ooh, should I swap in Hans too? The elves, but they don't ignore mountains, they only ignore forests, so that's not as useful. I think that the centaurs may suffer even higher penalties in forests. I still don't really understand. Oh, we may as well check Lyle as well. He... ASKT. I assume the KT part is like night, so what would the AS be? Maybe like assault weapons? Like he uses like... Because he uses like a cannon. We're gonna grab Kokichi. Decide. Actually, I think I may leave May. A, because she's already so high level that it's not like she's gonna fall behind. She's our highest level character. And I think that the knights might take slightly higher penalties. I'm not sure though. Guns has the terrain ignore. We have to take Ben, unfortunately. I would leave him behind otherwise in this mission. Sorry, Ben. Guns seems to ignore terrain penalties, so he'll be good. I love the mages. They're really helpful, and they can attack at range. Domingo, he can't fly over the mountains, but he can at least fly over the little foothills. We do want to have a healer. Archer is good. Birds, Obvi. Blue flies. Xylo ignores terrain. So yeah, I think, in spite of her usefulness in this battle, I think I will not take May because the mountains will just slow her down so much. So here we are. Whole mess of birds. I guess Hans, but they ignore forests, but we just don't have any other characters to ignore mountains. Let's also check in with May and see what her out-of-battle code is. I'm just stretching. Need to keep in tip-top form, you know. You're actually our highest level character, so it's fine. Here's Ernest, by the way. Sometimes it's good to stay down here. It's peaceful, but a bit noisy, because everyone's... I mean, if you wanted more peace and quiet, you can go over to the beds, buddy. Oh, and here's our new friend. He's also a centaur. Hans and Dan will not turn into centaurs when they promote. That would be super weird, but this guy is a centaur. He'll sleep there for a while. I'm ready now. Well, at least he is in a bed. That makes sense. But yeah, you can see the beds out here are filling up. Apparently, no one is willing to, like, sit in this chair. They don't go there. Or, like, this chair. Or even this one. They're like, nope. But anyway, let's get on with it. We have to do this battle to get to the rest of the game. Okay. Can you tell how not excited I am about this battle? Move up, kid. I want to go this way. I don't want to walk back. This game needs NPC shoving mechanics. I know I could just go around, but now it's like the principle of the thing. Okay. What do you got to say, buddy? Be careful out there. There are lots of weird creatures wandering around. Yeah, I'll say. I mean, look at my own army. We've got a Domingo, whatever the hell that is. We have a dragon. We have 2 bird people. An old man who built a flying machine from a box of scraps in a cave. An armadillo in a mecha suit. An elf. A dog person. A werewolf. I mean, talk about weird creatures. I feel like we are the last people who should complain about that. All the things we're fighting seem to be mostly humanoid, along with, like, flying magic users. So they're at least similar. Our army is very diverse in terms of the weirdness going on. They're all useful in their own way. I guess in this episode you can spend a lot of time listening to the battle music because I just don't even know what to say here. Just Shining Forest map design. The indoor maps are mostly, like, they vary. Some of them are not very exciting because, you know, there might be a large space and not much in it, but at least they're not as frustrating as this. And some of them are quite fun. But the outdoor maps just really... Even the first outdoor map in the game, that very first map, we started off in a cluster of mountains and it was so goddamn boring. And that didn't change the entire game. The indoor maps are mostly okay. The outdoor maps are just terrible. And it's a shame because, as I've said before, I really like the aesthetics of the outdoor maps. I think they look really good. I just hate playing on them. Very nice. I think once we promoted a bunch of people from this group, then I'll grind and catch the others up. We'll have to see what the map after this is, I guess. I'm definitely not grinding on this map. It would take a really long time and just not be... it would not be efficient. Like I said, you know, I prefer to wait for a map where, honestly, the last map, the golems were really hard to use for grinding because they were just so tanky, but the positioning and structure of the map was really good because you had kind of two clumps of enemies at the start that you can just fight and then restart the map. You know, you don't have to, like, go all the way across a huge space. So, although it was tough in terms of the strength of the enemies, it was quite good in terms of the design. We'll always have kind of these... The mages are a bit squishier, so at least our low-level characters will always be able to attack them, but that's obviously a little risky since the mages can also kill them. They do... Well, since magic does fixed damage, if we're fighting one at a time, it's not bad. But it can get quite risky when we have multiple of them, obviously, for our lower level characters, especially. Oh, I really hate that flying enemies have boosted evasion because it makes it... I think I said this before too, but it doesn't make them challenging in an interesting way. It just makes it take longer at random, which is annoying. This is already going to take long enough, you know? Good job, Zyla. He has so much attack. He's really good. I can't wait until we can evolve him into a wolf baron. I promote, I guess. Evolve is from Pokemon. But seriously, like, I don't know how you promote Xylo from being a werewolf to being a wolf baron. That's, like, really... It's more like we like, granted him a noble title in spite of the fact that we have no authority to do that. I mean, this is... In Fire Emblem 2, when you promote, like, lightning comes out of the sky and you transform into your promoted class, sometimes, like, growing a horse out of nowhere. So it feels more like Pokemon-style evolution, honestly. Rather than, you know, promotion in, like, the business sense. Of course, Pokemon-style evolution itself is not what evolution is. It's like magical evolution. So there's just a whole mess of wacky things here. Oh. I wish Blue had a bit higher movement rate. Most of the flyers have really high movement rate, but he doesn't. Probably because he's also a tank. Even though, again, aside from not being able to fly over the mountain tiles, well, I guess he only has 5 move too, yeah. So I guess it really is a concession to their tankiness. The other flyers, like, yeah, they can move really far, but they're also fragile. That's my guess, anyway. Not that this game cares terribly much about game balance, honestly. It is not a balanced game, for the most part. It's not super... I mean, there are games that are much worse balanced than this, obviously. This one isn't, like, super unbalanced. It's just a little, but it is still at least notably unbalanced. I'm trying not to move Xylo forward too far this time and get him killed again. It's really easy to do because his move is just so high, and I get very impatient waiting for all of the other characters to catch up. Oh, right, I probably shouldn't align these two up. Oh, I just want to kill this guy, and it's taking 1,000 years because we keep missing. It's the frustration. Oh, that bolt spell, it's not that strong of a spell, but it sure does a lot for our squishies. Okay, I'm just gonna let this run for a while while I text my brother back. One moment. You can see the muddle spell in action. It didn't work. Oh, is it Ben's turn? Okay, sorry. You know, family is important, you know? Like, you gotta pause. I can't just wait until... This battle's gonna be long. I can't just wait until the end of it. It takes him back. Is it Chris's turn? I don't think anyone is injured who's actually next to her. Her movement rate is also not very high. There we go. Oh, Balbor's in trouble. That golem was closer than I thought. She's surrounded now. I looked away to answer a text and suddenly... It was time sensitive, guys. My bro was asking when I was free to hang out. He needed to know today. Okay, let's try and finally kill this fucker, and then... oh, this is really annoying. This is really, really annoying, and in a way that I personally think is poor design, because the Belials, because they can cast Bolt, they can deal a really high amount of... 12 damage, it's not... Okay, not really high, but like this guy's doing as much, but that's quite a large amount to be able to consistently do at range. And because they dodge so frequently, we're just sitting there trying to kill them, like, still can't kill them, still can't kill them. Well, they can repeatedly use this spell that can kill most of our guys in 3 hits and some of them in 2 hits. So it makes them harder to defeat, but we can't reduce their evasion in any way, to my knowledge. So there's just nothing we can do about it. It's just arbitrary. It's just really arbitrary. Evasion mechanics. They're not fun. Stop putting them in games. I'm just gonna give him a little love tap with Freeze 1 here, just because he's really powerful and we want to make sure he doesn't get a second turn. Oh, giving enemies with really high evasion magic as well, just seriously, it just is kind of bullshit because, again, there's nothing you can do about it. There's just nothing. And they have a ton of MP, so they can just cast that over and over and deal damage every time. So that would kill Tao in 2 hits. Blue has a bit more HP, but even he now will be killed in 3 hits. He'll be healed in 2 hits. She'll be healed in 3 hits. And like, and they don't have that much HP, so it's like, oh, we should be able to kill this guy in a couple hits, but if they dodge constantly, you can't. For arbitrary reasons. Ugh. Dying because of evasion is just really annoying. Because it's like, it feels like there was nothing you could do, you know? It's like it was just bad luck. Okay, Xylo, you move over here to attack this guy, I guess. You can get to the Belial. Oh, this... Sorry if this commentary is not that entertaining, but this level is really annoying to me, so I can't enjoy it that much. And so I'm not... Not that I was particularly entertaining before or anything, like... I'm not claiming that. But this is a reduction even of that. Wow, we got no stats on that one. There's quite a few characters that as we're going up in level here, as they get close to the cap, they're not going to be getting any stats. Maybe restarting this again. I also make worse decisions strategically when I'm impatient, because I'm like, I just want to get this over with, so... My tactics suffer as well, because I'm just like, fuck this. Oh right, well he's injured, so I guess let's have her just... This is also really challenging in that, the healers we have, and in fact all the healers we'll get in this game as a side note, we will recruit one more, but all of them will be melee. You know, or they're infantry rather, I guess is the Fire Emblem term. You know, so they're on foot. So they are really slow on maps like this, so when our characters get injured, it's just a pain in the ass to try to heal them. It is just... Kokichi is probably gonna get killed in here, but I'm just like, oh my god, fine, we can fucking restart, I don't care. And Amina's probably gonna get killed here. The dodging really bothers me. Because it's like, I dedicated 4 attackers to killing that guy. And it's like, nope. You just can't hit him. They're not even that fragile either defensively. Their defenses are not that bad. So they're just really bullshit enemies. The fixed damage is obviously a big part of the problem. That with magic, they can deal fixed damage, so it doesn't matter how tanky your character is. There's nothing you can do about that. And have a lot of HP, basically, which is luck-based. You can't control whether your characters will have a lot of HP. It depends on their level ups. Some of them, obviously, on average, will have more, but in any given level, you know. I guess he actually does a fair amount of damage to these golems. At first I thought maybe, like, his attack... oh, right, the mountains are also boosting evade. So this entire battle is gonna suck, because just every enemy is just gonna be dodging. Which will just... And it's already gonna take so long, because we have to walk through all this terrain, and it's also gonna take longer to fight the enemies. That just... Why did any game designer think this would be fun? Like, just why? What made them say to themselves, this is a good idea for a game? Just a level where you just can't move very fast and also you can't hit anything. That'll just be wonderful. I will say, this same problem occurred in the only Fire Emblem game that I really didn't enjoy and had to force. I enjoyed it. I started to enjoy it later on because the flaws in my opinion, what are flaws in map design became more and more prominent. But the remake of Gaiden, Shadows of Valentia, the last dungeon, in all the battle maps, every square of terrain has an evasion boost. So it had this same problem where things just dodged constantly. Like, you just couldn't reliably hit very many things. That game also had the thing where magic can hit. Magic ignored terrain penalties, you know, it just hits much more frequently. So it just also had the problem where you're just standing there trying to hit things and you just can't for reasons out of your control. And it also made those maps very, very boring. Like, games where there's just an evasion mechanic. Ah, great. Maybe they resist magic a little. That was a little low damage, that spell. There's just you know, oh, you can't damage things sometimes. Like, evasion stuff is really shitty because those things are pretty tanky too. It just is annoying. And now it's doing a regular attack instead of bolt, because I don't understand how the AI works, frankly. Like, why would it have done that? That doesn't make sense. I guess I'll have her go up here and maybe try to get her a heal. I would have him move forward, but we just need to kill this guy and get it done. Ben and the 2 mages and the healer are gonna fall behind so much. So much. Look at this, they just can't go anywhere. They're not even in the mountains yet. Oh, Diane too, it's... I said it before, but it bears repeating. This really sucks. At least he fucking hit this time. If he had hit that other time, or, you know, any number of these characters had fucking hit when they were supposed to, this guy would already be dead. This is taking forever. And the bell... Oh, are you kidding me? I just want to be done with this one random enemy, this one just minor guy. Just have to sit here and attack him over and over. It's so... Just sitting and attacking a minion again and again because you can't hit them is not an interesting thing to do. Heal up. At least we have the birds, though. Imagine if we were using, like, a full infantry party. We would still not have gotten past that first little gap in the mountains. We would not have. It'd be terrible. Only Xylo and Gunts would have, and they would get killed by being too far ahead of the rest of the party. Oh. This is just... It's gonna be a while, pals. It's gonna be a while. I'm just gonna use freeze 1 because I kind of want to save his big spells for, you know, when there's more enemies in place. It's a long map, you know. We got Desoul. Desoul is like the instant kill spell. It doesn't hit very often and it costs a lot, so it's not generally worth using. Most of the spells in the game, other than the direct damage ones, are not that good. Oh, well, he's dead now. Great. Wow, he actually survived that. I'm really surprised. I did not expect him to survive that at all. Well, Kokichi's done for. Wow, we're getting really lucky right now with these damage rolls. Bizarrely so. Amon can hopefully get in here and finish this guy off. Hopefully. Please hit this, friend. Oh, fucking finally. That guy took a really long time to defeat. Disproportional to his actual importance. Yeah, he run away. Eventually we'll finish this map. I have to like concentrate and not be as uncautious in the middle part of the map here, because if we die and have to restart, that's also gonna really suck. Because I'll have to do all of this again. Please survive this, Amon. Man, Chris may run out of HP, out of MP. A lot of the enemies hit really hard, and also they're taking forever to kill. I gotta try and conserve here. This won't heal him up. Well, I guess we have items too. I don't know why I'm so cautious of using items to heal. They are not expensive. We have 80,000 gold, but it's such a habit from like games where you try to hoard items all the time. I definitely do that, so I have so much trouble like actually using my resources. I gotta have them awfully. They took so much damage. There's such long stretches of this battle also where we can't really do anything because we're just walking forward slowly. It's not interesting. A stunning attack did 1 damage. His defense is very absurd. Well, mages are squishy. Maybe I just don't want to use up his MP quite yet. Oh, nice. Well, a deadly attack only did a regular amount of damage, but that was still quite good. He's honestly, because his defense only works on physical stuff, it's a little, like, mages can do a lot to him, but we do have healing items. We can easily afford just as many medical herbs as we want. They cost 10 gold. So. Even Xylo is not going very far right now. I'm gonna risk it and have her come attack this guy, because I just want to kill this Master Mage, because it's just so hard to get our guys in position to actually kill him. Very good. Does he have a medical herb on him? Because I'm just gonna... Oh, no, he has. No, that's not what I use. He has a healing seed. He's not really injured enough to need it, though. Maybe I'll have him use it on... Yeah, Kokichi's super, super injured, so I'll have him use it on Kokichi. Sure we'll eventually be done with this map. Oh my god, we've only just reached like the start of the foothills here. This is so much to do. Why did they make it so long? They couldn't have thought this was fun, could they? Did they actually think this would be enjoyable? Or is it just one of those things where it's like, games should be difficult, but we can't think of an interesting way to make it difficult, so we'll just make it incredibly tedious. You know, it seemed like he could have attacked Amon there, so I don't know why he didn't, because he probably could have killed her. I don't really get the AI in this game sometimes. Oh. Guns come down here and kill this guy, just so we're kind of making some progress here. Moving forward. There we go. Very good. Well, at least by the end of this, we'll be close to promotion on quite a few of our pals. She's gonna be out of MP super quickly. But like, I could have had her move next to Blue to use heal 1, but I want her to keep moving forwards also. Oh, so she can not get too far away from the battle. Those Belials, just, they were way more difficult to kill than they needed to be. I guess he can... He's not gonna do a lot to this golem, but we just gotta chip away at him. The golems have a lot of defense, but it's just gonna take forever for our mages to get over there, so... Once Blue can get back in the fight, he can do a fair amount of damage to the golems. He doesn't have quite enough move range to get there in one turn, though. I guess Domingo can just give him a tap with Freeze 3. Ugh. Maybe it's not really the most efficient use of our MP. Like, oh, a deadly attack. That was very good. I wasn't expecting it. I want to save his MP a bit, but I also want him to do things, you know? Does Blaze still have enough range for her? No, it doesn't. Just have to wait. She can't do anything because she can't move far enough. Xylo, get in there. Xylo's attack is high enough that he should be able to do a fair hit on this golem. Excellent. Excellent. We don't have many characters who can really put a dent in them, but Xylo has tons of attack. Alright, we've made a little progress at least. I'm gonna have Almond come over here and start softening up this Master Mage. Okay, one more hit from anybody should kill him, so hopefully, eventually, we'll have someone get over there. Hopefully. I will say, at first I was like, oh, this map seems to have enough enemies to kind of support it, but it's because through it so slowly. Getting through the map. So it's like, we may get to some tedious points where we're just waiting for everyone to catch up. But those Belials, I guess, you know, they definitely made the early part of this really irritating, but we got through them, and I guess now we just got to get down around the point there. And there may be reinforcements, I don't know. If there are, that'll suck. These two Master Mages will be tough to deal with because we'll have to deal with them both at once, but hopefully we can handle that. The early part of this map was... The Belials, like, I would have more patience with them, because they're tanky enough that they take a few hits anyway. If they just didn't dodge so freaking much, that just makes them really annoying. But at least we've got... But I mean, now we're to the part of the map where we're just walking. Oh, he doesn't have any items, huh? Well, someone else will have to use him. He doesn't... He'll be... You know, that way he can go toe-to-toe with the mages. They're the only ones who can really damage him. And, you know, obviously, if two of them attacked him, he could actually get pretty hurt. If she has a healing herb, I'm actually gonna have her... Oh, she does not. Does she actually... Oh, she has a power... Oh, that's right. Ben doesn't have the power ring now. He has the agility ring. Because he was just getting really few turns for a while. Did I, like... I think at some point there was a level where I used a bunch of healing herbs, and then I, like, never put them back. Because nobody has any. After this mission, whether we lose and restart or whether we win and go on, I'm gonna invest in some healing items because, jeez, we really need some healing items, and I completely failed to check that we had any. Does she have one? Oh, at least somebody has one. Oh, damn it! Damn it! Oh, fuck! I forgot that the cursor does not default to yourself, which, again, annoys me because why on earth would it be designed like that? But it is. It defaults to the person next to you. I know it's my own fault I didn't check, but I just clicked A because I was like, oh, it'll be, you know, it just seemed natural that the cursor would be on her. The amount of rage I have right now. The one person who actually had a healing item, I fucked up and didn't use it on the correct person. He has a healing item. Okay, let's carefully select the appropriate person. There we go. I really need to just go through and buy everyone at least a medical herb. They don't heal a ton, but they can at least help us take care of the chip damage. So we can save for, like, emergency heals. Although in maps like this, they're also important because it's really hard to actually keep her near enough to the party to heal. Look at this. We'll just be here forever, waiting for them to catch up. And, you know, even when they do get closer to the end, at least the final enemies are only in the forest, not these foothills, so it's not as bad. But in these foothills, it's really hard to even position them near enough to the enemies to make a decent attacking formation. Okay, this is... As we're getting out of the foothills, this is a little better. Unfortunately, these three, I just don't think they're ever going to make it to the battle. Okay. Oh, that guy could move, I thought. Oh, well, at least even a stunning attack did not actually kill her. Maybe we can get her back up to the healer for heal. I feel like there's no point really in having the birds go attack him though, because they don't really do enough damage. Particularly Balboroy, because he doesn't have the power ring. He just doesn't... You know, we want to... Our heavy hitters like guns can really do more of a number on them. The golems are very tough. We want to get closer to the mages so we can start attacking them, but not so close that we're going to just immediately die. I'll just have him pop another minor freeze. We'll at least be able to cast a few spells on the boss area, so... Man, Domingo is leveling a lot. He got more attack, too, and more... Man, he just... I'm sad that he can't fly over mountains, but I certainly can't complain about his level of strength. He's so much better than everyone. You can have her head back, and hopefully Chris will eventually reach her. One day. Not yet. This is tricky because one mage, they can all survive. Two mages, they cannot. I think he'll only be in range of the one mage because they're slowed by the mountains as well. So, hopefully that'll work out. I wonder if the golems ignore terrain penalties because they seem to have quite high movement even in these mountains. I guess it would kind of make sense, like they're made of stone, they should be able to like move through stone or whatever. I kind of have no choice except to line these two up next to each other in order to actually attack the mage. Like, you don't want to do that near magic users, but we gotta get rid of this guy. You can see that Blue was quite weak at first. He really needed the power ring to even have a slightly decent attack, but now that we gave him a few levels... Okay, now I just don't understand, because that guy could have hit multiple of our dudes and just didn't for no reason. Because he could have aimed his spell and hit these two. And that would have been quite a risk for Balboroy. Again, the AI in this game... Balboroy... Oh, did I accidentally equip his... de-equip his weapon? Is this a thing that I did somehow? No, he's using the steel sword. Oh, no, he must not be... Yeah, I think I accidentally de-equipped him when I was hunting for healing herbs. Sorry, buddy. You would have done more damage there. I apologize, friend. Oh, this guy would probably be dead now if I hadn't accidentally de-equipped his weapon. I'm so good at this game, you guys. Okay, let's get Almond back in the fight. I think for the final guy, it's going to be a combination of like Domingo, Xylo, and Guns, because Guns, they're all tanky, and the birds will be quite vulnerable to that, the archer. This should take him out if we manage to hit mountains after all. Good. Excellent. Oh, we didn't even get much X for that guy. As we're getting higher in level, there is diminishing returns in terms of X, so it's tough. So I'll just have him kind of go this way. At least the archer doesn't have a lot of range when they're on this terrain, so we can kind of approach them a little more easily. This is going to take a really long time. FYI, we have to go all the way around all these mountains. I don't think she... Yeah, she doesn't have anything either. Oops. Oh, there we go. She had a medical herb. She could just use it. I didn't want to have her waste another turn getting a heal from Chris. At least, she'll be able to move okay on the forest down here. We're kind of getting out of the mountains as we get to the boss. We're almost done with this level. It has taken so long. And like, it was hard at the start primarily because of the high miss rates, but now we have 3 enemies left and we've gotten to the boring phase. Oh my god, it's been over half an hour. This is... I know I restarted once as well, but that wasn't very far into the level. This is just slow. And there was that long section in the middle. The mountains also, as I learned from the internet, boost your defenses a little, so that also slows this down because we can't kill enemies as quickly. So it gives them more evasion so we can't hit them, boosts their defense so we can't damage them, and slows us down so we can't get to them. So it makes the battle just so slow. Even if we lose some units here, I'm just like, we just gotta get through this. You know, just wrap this up. I should have just had them. I was saving their MP at the start because I was like, oh, it'll be useful later. Why did I bother? I should have just had them attack those gargoyles or whatever with their highest level spells because they never reached the battle. They just didn't. At least we have characters who can just ignore the terrain penalties and fly and stuff, because otherwise, this would be even worse. But yeah, there was kind of oppressive enemies at the start where it was difficult, but now we're into this long section where nothing is really happening. And it's like, it's just slow. Oh, couldn't you have done one more damage, Blue? I just want to finish this. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Please do not miss. We just need to be done with this. There we go. Oh, nice. Oh, we got a lot more attack. Man, maybe we should swap the power ring over to Valbaroy. Yeah. He fell behind a lot more. I'm gonna have him start with the healer because otherwise we'll get partway through killing the archer guy and, you know. Oh, excellent. Oh, wow, Xylo, you're so good. Yay. But, because otherwise, you know, if the healer healed the archer when we were partway through killing him, it would just be so annoying. So I just wrapped that up first. I might as well stop moving those guys and just have them use weight every turn because they're never getting here. They're just not. Look at that giant crossbow too. It's like mechanized and stuff. It's practically a cannon. Yeah, Kokichi may be done for here. According to a random NPC in an earlier town, the flyers take more damage from archers. Fuck, they really do apparently. Dang. If he had been at full HP, he would have barely survived that. But I feel that was worth it just to get that first attack on this guy so we can beat the goddamn level. Because this was slow. Ugh. Okay, we're done. We're finally done. Mishaela is said to possess the Sword of Light. You must enter her castle and get it. Maybe that turns into the Chaos Breaker. With that legendary weapon, you stand a much better chance against Dark Soul. Let's just fucking go. We were supposed to be going to Prompt. I don't know what happened to that. Oh, it's another fucking battle? Well, here's the little hero coming for my Sword of Light. Take it if you dare. You'll never leave my castle, you pitiful fools. This is as close as you'll ever come to the Sword of Light. Ben, take great care. Mishaela is a powerful wizardess, a dangerous forward. A wizardess? I'm pretty sure they're all just wizards. When our mages promotes, their class will be wizard. Like, you either do wizard and witch like in Harry Potter, or you have them be distinct professions. Like, wizardess just sounds dumb. So, before we get to this map, I'm going to egress so we can shuffle our party and also res Kokichi, although I'm going to swap him out for Mei again. Flyers are obviously still very useful on this map. Look at all the giant pits. And like the railings and stuff, but I don't think we're going to need every single flyer the way we did for the last mission. There's a lot of treasure chests too. I will try to get those for the battle is over just because I don't remember if we'll have a chance after or if this is like a cutscene. So you can see this is a really large map. It has quite a lot of enemies on it, so hopefully it will give us plenty to do. It's like this spooky castle. Does it actually look like a skull? No, not really. The outside did, but... So we have these gargoyles who are going to approach us, so we won't really have to go up here. If we go up this way, we can grab some chests. There may be reinforcements. There's a spilled jar for some reason that's going to random detail the chest here, so we'll probably have someone go up and grab those. And there's a statue of a lion on one side and like a dragon on the other, so I think this is like a chimera statue, and there's like an evil demon in the middle. There's some Belials who suck to fight. The Durhans, they're very tough. I don't know whether this thing has some sort of on-map effect or not. Then we have 3 snipers on this platform. Definitely gonna be quite dangerous. We'll want to send someone over to grab this chest. And these. So hopefully there'll be like at least one enemy up here that's not a moving thing so that we can have people split up to go grab stuff. Oh, there's a whole pack of these mages. They're gonna be very dangerous to deal with. Oh, and Mishaela is... maybe she's gonna move, because otherwise it's sort of weird that she's just over here. She has Bolt too, so she can do quite a lot of damage to our dudes. She has 30 defense, so she'll be very hard to kill. Good attack, not that she needs it. Tons of agility, loads of HP. So she's gonna be... I would say the wizard bosses are tougher as like, you know, like Elliot or Kate, because yeah, they do tons of damage. But they can only do it to a single target at a time, and the target has to be adjacent to them, so you can block them off with your tankiest characters. With her, she can cast spells, so she's going to hit multiple of your guys, and she can hit characters who are not adjacent to her, so if you want to line up enough people to kill her, you're going to have to put people in range of her spells, so she's very tough. I hope it'll eventually be Ben's turn. That would help. I guess at least these gargoyles approach, so we don't have to bother going over just to kill them. Come on, Ben. This is why I gave him this speed ring, so maybe he could get his turn a little faster. He's still slow. I think after this battle, probably at least some of our guys will be promotable, because we've got a few at 19. So, that would be nice. I don't know how long this battle will take, but we could also kind of do a strategy where we focus on getting the chests first and then egress. We'll see. I think that lets you keep the contents. Okay, we got a Res Kokichi. Don't want to leave anyone fainted. We have so much gold. We'll spend a lot of it once we promote everyone, because everyone's going to need a new weapon. So, and let's save the game also. It's been about 40 minutes, so I think I'll at least start the next battle. We can let the episode, because this episode was so, it was just one long, boring battle. So let's at least start the next one. I think it will probably take more than 20 minutes. It's a fairly large map, and we do want to go around getting the chests. Although I think the map, because there's some maps in this game, obviously, where, like, when you finish the map, suddenly you're teleported somewhere else, or the ceiling collapses, or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. But I think that this isn't one of them, so we can probably go around collecting them afterwards. But I'm not sure. So we'll at least, like, try to get the chests. Maybe I should put more knights in my party. They have high movement range. They're quite useful in a map like this that's fairly large. But at the same time, I really like all the characters we're using. It would be so hard for me to bench them. I even take them, like, the thing is with this map, I know it's like, why do you keep taking the wizards? But the rest of the party that we're not taking are also infantry, so there's not really anyone, they would just fall behind too. There's not really anyone else to take. Yeah, I don't know if she's heading for the throne or what. Okay, so, you know, I'm gonna leave with Domingo is gonna be heading over here to take out those archers. Because the thing is, they attack defense, right? They're not magic users. So his high defense will make him well suited for dealing with them. And I may start heading this way so she can grab some of those chests. Because she also has really high movement range. Man, I'm pretty stuffed up today. I'm pretty sure I took my allergy medication this morning. Sometimes I take it and then I just forget whether I did because, you know, when you do something every day, it's like, it all blends together. Either that or it's just that dusty in my room. I haven't vacuumed in a while. Kind of lazy at that sort of thing. Man, I forgot to swap the power ring around. She does not need it. It's just making her absurd. It is kind of nice to have a character who can just one-shot the weaker enemies, though. Yeah, so he just got hit by Muddle. Maybe we'll finally figure out what it does, if it has its effect finally. Because so far, when I was training, I had characters get hit by Muddle, but none of them ever seemed affected by it. Unless maybe it has an effect that isn't obvious. Like maybe it, I don't know, is like. I guess I may as well. If I'm gonna use anything, I may as well. It's not that much more. So, maybe it like lowers their hit rate or something. I have no idea. But I certainly didn't, there was no effect that, like, was listed in a status message on screen or anything, so I'm not sure if I just haven't seen the effect or if it was not a visible effect. Oh, why not? Let's have, the gargoyles are a bit weaker, so maybe she can get a good whack in. Ah, I evaded her. Oh well. Alright, oh wait, let me re-equip this. I almost forgot that I... Wait, did I somehow drop his normal weapon by accident? That is... Yeah, the steel sword is permanent. Did I, like, hit drop when I was flipping through menus and just not notice that? It's possible that I did that. I was searching for healing herbs and I may have accidentally dropped a weapon that I did not need to. Or maybe I accidentally gave it to someone? That's... Well... I shall have to remedy that. I did not realize I had done it. Oh yeah, oh boy. Guys, I swear, I'm not actually that bad at this game. I just am impatient sometimes and don't look at what I'm clicking. Okay, Domingo, it is time for you to show your stuff. These guys are pretty dangerous, so I just want to take them out as quickly as we can with our strong character. You can't one-shot them, unfortunately, but obviously they can all be killed now by anyone. Even his regular axe should be able to kill them, and they are not gonna do as much damage to him as they would to the rest of our party. Man, that's a dangerous cluster right there, all those mages. And I think she is indeed heading to the altar. I don't know why they didn't just start her there. It's kind of a weird shaped map, you know, because it has different sections, so we have to split up the party, which we haven't really done that much previously. Oh, that was a pretty tough hit. Oh, that's a lot of damage. So I'll just have him move up. See, the muddle, it didn't appear to do anything. I guess I'll just, might as well finish this guy off real quick. I keep trying to save their MP, and then they have extra at the end of the map, so I might as well just, you know, get her done here. So the rest of the party can move on. She actually should be able to hit at least one of these guys. The rest, she will be in range of the rest, so it's dangerous, but, you know, we gotta start picking these guys off so the rest of our forces can move up into that area without danger. It's like a slow and calculated battle. Actually, now that I think of it, since he doesn't have a weapon right now, Balborough is a good candidate to go grab all the chests. Because he can hold the contents. The room is inventory. Huh. That was weird. That guy just didn't actually attack us. I guess he's probably gonna fall behind here. Also, I guess the Durahans are going with her. Why didn't they just start them on that platform? I don't know why they have to let them move upwards. I guess if you super rush, you can like end the battle early by killing her if she gets there, but I don't know why you'd bother. I don't think you get anything out of it. Man, those guys are really strong. I mean, I guess once we promote, it'll help. Like right now, you know, we're a little weaker than the game might expect. But, dang, they hit hard. Unfortunately, she's not quite in range to use a spell on them. Otherwise, that would work out nicely. Maps with a lot of enemies. One problem with them is that, you know, because you have to go through each enemy turn, it makes them take a really long time. Well, you're just kind of watching enemies shuffle around in the background. Not very fast. Whoa, a deadly attack of 45 damage. That was really strong. His tankiness, he was quite tanky at first, but he seems to have sort of fallen. I guess it's because certain of other characters have jumped up so much more. He's kind of middle of the road now. See, he's got the little stars around his head, but I still don't know what effect, if any, they're actually having. It's unclear. Or keep moving this way. I'm gonna have Almond go this way too, just because I think the Belias may go over there, so that way she won't be fighting them by herself. Oh, I also meant to buy healing herbs, and then I didn't. Well, I guess maybe after this battle, we'll go on a little shoot spree. We can get Balborough back his weapon that I apparently threw away carelessly. It's funny how the flyers can go over certain walls and not others. I guess it's like, you know, they don't want them to just be able to go literally anywhere. It's a little map sort of flow that's created, but it's sort of funny. It's like, they can't go that high. Or maybe those walls, like, you know, we're seeing a cutout view of the map, but they're supposed to technically go up to the ceiling, I guess. I'm gonna have Domingo start heading over here. I don't want to attack them too early, because obviously if all the mages attack him, he will die. He doesn't have that much HP. But he's obviously going to be quite useful in helping attack them. because he can, you know, they're in the perfect formation. Yeah, so she's over by the altar now. How are we eventually getting up there? From the other side. So Zyla's gonna go this way. See, hopefully if we can get some of our other guys relatively close, like Domingo can kind of... Oh, he's fine now. I still don't know if that did anything. Oh, her inventory might be full, actually. Let me... Yeah, her inventory is totally full, so... her searching chest is not useful. Our birds can do it, though, and she can attack the Belias. The nice thing... May will be kind of stuck over there, but the... Or actually, is there... No, I don't think there's a connection between that middle landmass and the purple stuff in the back. It looks like they are separate from the melee characters. Like, this is supposed to be hovering above it. So she'll kind of be stuck over there, but the birds can get there. So Almond can join the fight, at least. Too bad this doesn't have a rescue mechanic like Fire Emblem. They could just bring her with them. That'd be really convenient. Blue's gonna keep going this way. Oh, this is this map is sort of winding also, you know, because you have to go around. So this is a time-consuming battle. It's sort of slow and calculated. Okay. This is what we want to start off with. Get 3 of the mages and the healer. Hopefully we can do a good chunk of damage and get them to the point where anyone else can one-shot them. This is kind of the... It's the good and the bad. Oh, nice deadly attack. Unless you get a deadly attack, the spell's damage isn't necessarily enough to one-shot anybody. But it does a huge... Yeah, obviously it's AoE, right? So it hits a lot of them, and it does a large amount. So it's still really good. You can really, like, weaken enemies. Okay, let's have her search the chest. An evil ring? We're not going to wear that because it's cursed. So it has bad effects if you use it. I think you can sell it, though. See, this is why we didn't want to move Domingo in too close, because if multiple of the mages cast this on him, you know, he would be in serious danger. That's, you know, it does quite a chunk. I kind of thought the Belias was going to come over here, but maybe they're just patrolling that area. We're going to have her... This doesn't require... They're weakened, so she doesn't need to use Freeze Through at this point. I'm just going to have her use Freeze too. She should be able to wrap this up. Excellent. Having multiple magic users, you can see the goodness of this for us, too. Because most enemies are not going to have enough HP. The bosses, yes, but the minions to survive, like, 2 massive spells. So you get both people in place, and you just destroy. I probably won't grind on this map either, just because it kind of takes a while. A, because it would take a while to sort of get to the main enemy clusters and stuff. And B, because obviously if I'm going to level grind, I have to take a break between episodes, and I want to finish this one up now. You search this chest, friend. You a healing seed. I guess that's nice. And if that Belias is not actually going to come over here, I guess I'll send May back. I do want to have someone go get that chest. A flyer would be the most convenient, I guess. Yeah, I thought the Belias was going to come over here, but I guess not. And her inventory is full, so I'll just send her back. She has a lot of move, at least, so this won't take too long. I probably could have planned this better, but, you know, whatever. See, I can have him go down and just hop over that bone fence, I guess. Because he flies. We'll try and grab those chests. It'll be a little leisurely here just because we're going to go around and grab the chests on the side. We'd probably be able to do that after the battle too, but I don't remember whether we can, so I'm just playing it safe, you know. Ooh, uh-oh. I kind of left Amon alone here. The Belias can fly, so they're like... Basically, they are master mages that fly, so we have to be fairly cautious, because they have very large range. As they're demonstrating right here, and they can do a huge amount of damage at once. We don't have multiple of them here, so it's not so bad. We're kind of picking them off one at a time. When you have multiple in one place, then, oh, it really stacks up. It's bad. Oh, nice. We're really getting close to level cap here, so... Soon enough, we're going to be promoting people, so I'm going to have Blue go get that chest, because it's just a little detour for him, really. Valboro's going to get the other chest, because since I I didn't realize he needed a new weapon, and didn't buy him one, he can't really damage the Belias very much. She's gonna be really hard to kill. I guess I'll just, you know, get these chests started. Shower of Cure. That cures the whole party, I think. We have another one of those. I haven't used it because it's one of those items that's so rare that... Oh, I really thought at least someone was gonna get another turn before this guy went again. At least you can't get double attacks with magic. That would be so bad. I'm gonna have Amon try to go for it here. Since it's not over mountains, hopefully it won't be as dodgy. Yeah. So she should be able to survive one more attack from it, and in one more attack she will kill it. Huh, and it didn't use I don't know why it didn't use magic this time. Like, Bolt would have done higher damage than that. I don't really know how the AI works in that case. A black ring. I think this may also be cursed guy. Pretty sure neither of them is an item we want to wear. I think this should wrap it up. We've done about 9 damage in the past. She'll only be able to do 1 freeze 3, but can't be helped. Oh, very nice. Level 19. Oh, more magic. That's good too. Oh, she learned Bolt. She learns all 3 attack spells, but she'll only get to the maximum level with freeze. The others are like, it's like she's a specialist in the ice magic and she knows the other 2. I think she learns all 3 because it's like she's been training in Manarina, so she, like, you know, has learned all the different spells is kind of the idea. Each mage has a different specialty, basically. So, I think this heals more, so I'm gonna have her use that on Ben because he lost so much HP. So, Henri and also Domingo specialize in Freeze, Ta specializes in Blaze, and the final mage that we'll get later specializes in Bolt. It's kind of too bad because by the end of the game, Bolt it's a little weaker than the other spells, so it's just not that useful by the end of the game. But, and when we don't get that mage until, like, the end of the game. But, you know, I'll still use her. A white ring. I think this one is not cursed, so that will be good. I have to look up what it does, though. Using 1 extra freeze 1 will not impair his freeze 3s. He can only do 2 more anyway. So I'll just wrap that up with this. Okay. The Bellius is dangerous, and I just didn't want him to... You know, I couldn't tell when he was going to get his next turn, so I just wanted to make sure we took him out in a timely fashion. And now we have to move everyone down and get them in. Oh no, I thought Amon was going to get another turn before that guy got a turn. Oh, she survived with 1 HP. That was luck. That was a lot of luck. I really thought she'd get another turn, but that guy was apparently just faster than expected. Dang. If Balborough had a weapon, it would have gone smoother because I could have had him help. But unfortunately, due to my own confidence, he did not have one. Yay! This is our first level 20 character. Wow, she got a speed boost of 7 when she got to level 20. That was unexpected. But apparently it won't matter because when you promote, your stats are reset according to the internet. Still, it's nice for right now. But yeah, that is our first character at level 20. In a way, I'm kind of not surprised she was our first level 20 because the flyers are so easy to rack up a lot of kills with because, and unlike her, the other flyer, I didn't drop her weapon by accident. But yeah, it's just really easy to end up getting a lot of kills with them because, you know, they're so flexible, you can easily get them in position, and we've had so many maps with high terrain penalties that obviously the flyers have gotten a lot of use. It's funny because originally I was like, oh, maybe I'll only use one of them, and Valkyrie started with higher stats, so I was using him, but then once I trained her up when I was grinding her, and I was like, oh, she came out pretty good, I'll use both of the flyers. And now she's our first character level 20. In this case, you know, it's definitely, that was a factor too, because she could actually fly over and attack the Bellius, while a lot of our units were kind of sitting around waiting. They couldn't quite get in position. The opportunity. A lot of our units are catching up though. She's gonna be so hard to kill. We gotta like very cautiously go over there. He's not going to help at all. He cannot, due to me dropping his weapon. Sorry, Valveroy. You're actually pretty good. I just sabotaged you by accident. He might be able to duck around and get that chest from the back though. Since he's not going to be fighting anyway. And luckily, as a flyer, Blue can just... See, it's easier to send the flyer up to get something, because he can just cut right across this gap and not have to go all the way around. It won't take as long. She needs to get a heal before she can do anything else. I'm hoping Mishaela is not a boss who will move forward and attack. She'll sit on her throne so that we can start chipping away at the Durahan first. I keep calling them Dullahan because that's what they're called in Sword of Asia. Well, I'm really torn because I want to save all my spells for the boss, but the Durahan have such high defense that they are a good choice also. I guess I'll just go for it. I mean, we gotta get rid of this guy. He also hits really hard for it, so in order for us to get our army in there and actually kind of surround Mishaela, we want this guy gone. And we can move over here for now. She can just hopefully finish him off here. Man, when we're finally able... Oh, man. You know, it's because the Power Spear is falling behind here as a weapon, and she's not promoted, so she can't use the upgraded version yet. Guns will get in there eventually. Okay, Chris got over here. I'm actually gonna... Oh, right, she can't use that. So I guess... I think heal 2 does the same as heal 1, just more range, so... We'll just need to, like, give 2 heals here to get a back to full HP. Amon will be quite useful because she should be able to get in behind Mishaela where other units can't go. And she does a lot of damage because she has the power ring right now. I'm probably gonna move it over because... Ooh, I didn't realize that guy has a lot higher move than I realized. Tao may be done for. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. They really do so much damage. Those things are just... They just lay on... Oh, I didn't realize this before, but look, that guy has 4 legs. They appear to be centaur statues, which I did not initially realize. I thought they were just, you know, bipedal statues. Oh, her sprite's kind of cool. It looks very spooky. Sort of with a wrapped up in a hood, you know, very mysterious. She's gonna be really hard to kill and really... Whoa, dang. Okay, so this range right here, I guess in this game, Bolt is the only spell that has this larger range to compensate for its lower damage. In Shining Force Sword of Asia, the one that I played the most, all of the higher level spells have that. And you can, all the level 3 ones, and you can see why it's so incredibly dangerous because it can hit so many enemies. Oh, are you fucking kidding? She evades 2, does the throne boost it or something? I'm gonna have May attack Mishaela because she's not gonna be able to kill the Dullahan in one hit, the Durahan. Oh, this is gonna be really difficult if she's that tanky? I'm just like, how on earth are we going to kill her? I want to save 1 freeze level 3, hopefully for the boss. That was a deadly attack. Oh, this is very tough. Ben can't do anything useful here. The Durahan are just so tanky that we really can't do a lot to them with our melee characters. Oh, and now we're bottlenecked. Well, I'm gonna at least have him go grab the chest. Oh, that's... I didn't have him facing the correct direction. Facing matters in this game. It will not do it for you. Yeah, I'll just use up the last Chris MP. Well, if a lot of people die and we can't kill the boss, we may end up restarting this, so I guess we'll promote. Either we'll finish the battle now, or we'll try it again in the next episode. The boss is just so tough. And the Durahan, I think we're probably expected to be, like, promoted by this point, which is why we're having so much trouble with them, because, dang, they are very difficult enemies. Yeah, 30 defense. Their attack is only 39, but a lot of our characters are a little squishy, so they can just lay on the hurt. Like, Domingo would not be nearly as threatened by that. Oh, man, even Blue, who's quite strong, can only do 1 damage. They just have so much freaking defense. Well, Henri's definitely dead. I guess I should just use Freeze 3, but I was really hoping someone else would be able to kill it first so we could use it on the boss. Oh, that bottleneck right there, man, that's really tough. I'm gonna have Domingo attack the boss though, because it's like, killing the boss has to be the priority here, I think. You know, that's... Wait, did she recover HP somehow? Does she... Let me check her... I thought she only had Bolt 2. Is she wearing an item or something that heals her? This is going to be nigh impossible if that's the case. Maybe you're supposed to try and rush and kill her before she gets there, but there's no way. We just wouldn't be able to move fast enough. Oh, and she has a spell that just hits basically everything around her. Ugh. This may be we have to try it again. Well, I guess if we have to try it multiple times, as we start getting more people at level 20, we'll be able to promote. But man, she does have a lot of agility. She's not any items, so I don't know why she healed. Because we had done damage to her. How did she recover? Is it a property of the throne or what? But I really don't think there's any way for us to get there ahead of her. Maybe we could have one of the flyers rush over, but then she'd just kill them. This is going to be an incredibly difficult fight. Not because of the other enemies. The rest of the map is very doable, as we've just seen. These Durahans are really hard, but all the other stuff. This is mostly hard because of the bottleneck, I would say, honestly. Because we just, you know, we can't get anyone in a position to attack it. It had more move than I thought it did. I sort of expected a statue to be slow, you know. So we gotta face the correct direction. Oh, the Sword of Light is in this box, so she's not even holding it. What? Maybe we're supposed to give him the Sword of Light and then attack with that? I have no idea. But, like, can we just leave now? We have the sword already. Seems fine. Well, hopefully Ben will survive this and we won't lose. Dang! Holy shit. I think Blue can finish him off, though. He should be able to do 1 damage. Good. This may be a we need to flee situation, honestly. It may actually... Oh, he just got a lot more attacks. That's very useful. This may actually be because... Holy shit, this boss is just... The Durahan are really hard, but we can at least use mages to get them down. The boss, I'm just like, I don't know how we are gonna do this. I guess... Oh, tragically he doesn't have quite enough for... I'm gonna have him just kill this guy, because Freeze 1 is gonna do so little to her, but it can at least get rid of the Durahan. I'm not sure we have the means to defeat her at this point, because our mages got taken out. And yeah, her HP is full again. Does she have some kind of... Maybe there's a trick to this battle. Like, we have to get the Sword of Light and then use it as an item or something? Like, to defeat her? Because her HP is full. So... I didn't look this up ahead of time or anything, so I really have no idea. I think Ben is the only one who can use the Sword of Light. Because obviously we can't kill her if she keeps recovering full. And it doesn't be... She doesn't have an item or a spell that's doing it, so I'm assuming this is some sort of, like, plot thing. I think... The thing is, I really don't want to get him killed because we'll lose a lot of gold. I think what I'm gonna do is egress. Because we've gotten all the treasures now, so we don't have to go off to the sides of the map to get them. And we can bring some people back and be a little more strategic here now that I know there is this whatever is going on with her. And hopefully now that we have the sort of light, we can just like... My thought is maybe we use it as an item. And that's how we stop her from regenerating. Because the regen... If she regenerates to full every turn, there is absolutely no way we can win, obviously. So I'm assuming there is a trick. Because the regen is so high. But if we can... It's going to be really difficult, though, because I feel like we kind of have to use the higher level spells and that clump of mages on the right, because if we try to kill them individually, we're not going to be able to. They're going to kill us instead, because we won't be able to attack fast enough. So we have to spend a little MP on that. But if we could save... And I feel like the Durahan not lining up next to her in a way that lets us actually hit them and her. But we kind of need magic to kill them. But maybe if we save the MP a little more, we can manage to use it all on her. Because she's pretty tanky, but maybe. But anyway, now that we have a level 20 character, let's do some promoting. You can see that everyone can promote except Domingo. And obviously Lyle is already promoted. He's a pre-promote as we call them in Fire Emblem. But obviously he can't promote yet. I think he is anyway. Maybe I'm wrong and he has an additional promotion too. I think he's already promoted though. I'll have to check. Amon's level 20 now and it's time to promote. I hereby make a promotion. Now Birdman Amon, who is a lady, should be known as I think that's Sky Warrior. Which is a super cool name, by the way. A Sky Warrior. It sounds so badass. And now she can use the higher level swords. So as I think this level will also get easier as we get a few more people to the point where we can promote them. So let's go shopping. At least in this one, when we retreat, we do have a nice town where we can buy things. Not like in the last battle where we just kept retreating to headquarters. So oh wait, you're the wrong guy. Oh, actually no, you are the right guy. So this episode's running a little long, but just so we don't do this at the start of the next one, I am gonna go buy a bunch of medical herbs. Everyone should have at least one. Ben can't hold one right now. We're gonna have to do some shuffling. Oh, this is gonna... The item management in this game is a little clunky sometimes, so... Should buy Ernest a Power Spear too. When I was training him, I just gave him someone else's temporarily because, as I just said, in the previous map, retreating brought you back to your own headquarters, so you couldn't buy anything. You know, you had access to the priest because he's like hiding down there, but nothing else. So we couldn't get him one then, but we can now. I want to make sure everyone has at least one. Domingo maybe could even have two. So that he could use one on like someone else. At least the menus go really fast. Like for all of those, I'm just holding down A and it auto shuffles through them. Well, I can have one even though I'm not going to train him up yet. I feel like I prefer to wait basically until we have a map. Until A, we have a couple different characters we need to train, and he can already use the higher level weapons, so it shouldn't be that hard. Oh, he already had one of the healing seeds, but whatever, an extra item doesn't hurt. I forgot he got it out of a chest. I think I'll give Blue too as well, because the thing is, since he doesn't have to have a weapon, he has more space. Same thing with Xylo. The Knights, I would say, because they have both the ranged and melee weapons, they tend to have the least space in inventory because half of it is already taken up by their weapons. And Jogurt is the joke character, so he's not holding anything important. Now I'm going to shuffle some items around. Yes, I know it's running over, but this way I don't have to do it at the start of the next episode. So let's... Actually, now that we have the Sword of Light, he doesn't need the long sword, so let's just give that to Balborough. We won't have to buy a new one. We'll trade it for the black ring, whatever it is. We don't know. A long sword. I wish the equip menu would let us stay in the menu so we can just scroll through every character. Oh, so we'll give her the steel sword that she can now use. And trade it for the evil ring, I guess? We'll figure out what all of these are and what to do with them. Not in this episode, I'll look it up, basically. Yeah, so that's a big boost. And I'm not going to give her the power ring. I am going to have her hand that off. And I'm actually going to give it to Balborough because I really like having both of the birds just be really, really strong. Because they're off on their own a lot, where other party members will not be able to reach them. Also, his attack was falling behind quite a bit. So it's important for them to be able to take out whatever they're fighting, since it's hard for us to get them back up a lot of the time. And also, I find it really useful to just be able to basically send in a tactical nuke when I want to. So can he not equip the Sword of Light? Does he have to be... Okay, so what does these all do? Okay, this obviously boosts his agility. That seems to boost defense by quite a lot, by 6. The black ring boosts attack, but I have a feeling... I have to check whether it's cursed or not, because I know one of this is cursed. He's going to stay with the speed ring because he's slow as balls, and we're apparently going to have to buy an extra sword after all, because... Oh wait, let me have him give that ring away first. Who could use the extra defense? I wish it showed me the stats on the side as I was doing this so I could be comparing. You know what I'm actually thinking? I'm thinking either one of the birds, Amon doesn't have a ring now, so that they can be a little tankier by themselves, or Xylo, because I'm always sending him out in front of everyone, but he was a tank when I kind of first got him, but he isn't now. But with this, oh, he can't, wow, I thought that just meant he couldn't be equipped with weapons, but I guess when they said anything, they meant anything, including rings. So like, what, is because he's a werewolf, are his fingers just too big? So I'm gonna give it to Amon. Oh right, I don't have to buy an extra sword because she already had a long sword. So she can give hers to Ben. The item shuffle continues. So I'm assuming if we need to use a Sword of Light, it's as an item, so that'll be okay. I know this is extremely boring to watch, but it does need to get done, and I might as well just do it right now. And then Amun has this sword, and oh, maybe the white ring cannot be used by every character, because it didn't even pop up as an option. You know what, I'll look up next time, I'll like just look up how it works, because I don't actually remember, and I don't want to, the game doesn't show you that when you're like on the give menu, so I don't want to have to give it to every single character check. That would suck. Ooh, actually, I guess we'll wait to pick up a weapon for Ernest. It's not like we're using him right now, because he actually doesn't sell the non-promoted weapons. Yeah, so we'll just save, and next time... Oh, let me quickly check the stats of our new buddy as well. I know I looked at them in the menu, but I just want to let her see the window. And we'll look at her map sprite. She's now level 1. You know, I didn't really check her stats before promotion, so, but I don't think they've... I do think they actually lowered a little, because before with the power ring she had more than 37 attacks, so I guess it really does just reset you. But she can now equip the better weapons, which is very important. And obviously she can level up better. Yeah, so you can see the difference. Here's Balborough sprite, which is similar to hers before. Here's hers. So she like has more armor now, and like she looks like she has like a fancy helmet. So all of them will get quite a bit fancier once they promote. And we have quite a few others who are not there yet, but they're close. So if we get a couple leveled up to 20 at the very start of the battle next time, I may just egress and promote them as well, because it'll help a bunch. But for now, we're going to take a break. So in this one, we fought a really, really boring battle walking through some mountains, but we got there and we went to the Demon Castle, which like looks like a skull. And we're going to finally fight Mishaela, who's been menacing us for ages, but she is really dangerous, and we're going to have to figure out how to overcome her regen. So we also got a bunch of new items, so I'm going to look up what they all do, so we can kind of figure out who to give them to. But next time, we're going to have a very tough battle to face, so hopefully we'll be able to beat it. That'll be pretty cool. And we got the Sword of Light, so that's cool. And we'll be able to defeat this enemy. And we've gotten to the point where we're finally starting to promote some people, so that's really fun. And I guess once I have a good chunk of the main party promoted, I'll grind everyone else up when we get to a suitable map and promote them too, and we can see all the cool sprites and everything. So we're getting to an exciting part of the game, the big power boost. We're finally getting a new equipment. So look forward to a tough battle and hopefully some promotions next time. Until then, goodbye Simone and goodbye viewers. This has been Shining Force.